Welcome to Trade Pro. I've just opened an FTMO challenge account. I'm going to show you the exact strategy that I'm using for this FTMO challenge, and I'm going to do a full market scan so you can see how I look for setups on a daily basis. So let's get into this, but before I get any farther, make sure you like the video, comment down below for the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to check out my Webull link down below if you want 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. There's no point in not doing that. You can literally get the 2 free stocks, then just sell them and withdraw the funds. Do it. Check out my link down below. Let's get back into the video now. All right, so let's start out with what strategy I am using to trade on this FTMO challenge account. Now, this was voted on by the Patreon supporters, so thank the Patreon supporters for this. They are the ones paying so that everyone on my channel can see it for free. So make sure you appreciate them. They voted over on the Patreon page on which strategy they wanted to see done for the FTMO challenge, and they voted for the RSI stochastic 200 EMA hidden divergence strategy, which is the number 2 strategy on the spreadsheet. So let's go over to that strategy. This one here is the video for it, and what we need to know is how many losses we can expect in a row with the strategy, because we need to make sure we're using proper risk management so we don't fail the challenge parameters when it comes to risk. So if this is our max losses in a row, 4 in a row, and we're trading a bunch of different pairs, we can expect it to be higher than this. All right. So let's now go back to the FTMO challenge and see what the risk parameters actually are so we know how much to risk per trade. So if we go into here, we can see that the max daily loss is $500. That's 5% on the account. The max loss is 1,000. Now, let's say that we have a bunch of positions opened at once. We need to make sure that we're not going to have our max daily loss figure get up too high and cause us to fail the challenge. That's 5%, $500 out of a $10,000 account. So per trade, realistically, we don't want to be risking a full 1% per trade. We probably want to be closer to 0.5% per trade if we're trading multiple pairs, just to be safe, as we don't want to fail this challenge because of poor risk management. It's better to be safe than sorry. So I'm going to be risking 0.5% per trade on this challenge. The profit target is $1,000, which is 10% in a month time, which is pretty high up there. That's quite a high profit target. And we don't know that we're going to be able to reach that profit target, but we will control the things that we can control, and we can control our risk management. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure that I don't fail on the max daily loss or the max loss portion of this. So profit target is pretty steep. This strategy is not optimized. I'm going to be trading it based on the rules shown in the YouTube video so that anyone could, do this challenge. In just a sec, I'm going to show you how I put together a watch list for this, and then I'm actually going to go through and do a market scan so you guys can see what I'm actually doing each time that I'm looking for trade setups. Maybe we'll even spot a trade setup in this video. But let's get to the watch list portion and actually do a market scan. All right, so let's put together a watch list and do a market scan. I'm on TradingView, my preferred platform, and in the top right hand corner you just click here and then hit the little drop down for watch list and hit create new list. Then you can just call it whatever you want. I'll just call this FTMO, and then you're gonna have a blank watch list. Just hit the little plus sign, and then you can add all the currency pairs that you want to be trading. I do not trade the exotic pairs, so let's go in and add all the pairs that I will be trading. So let's just start by typing in Euro, and then we're gonna add all the pairs that I want to be trading. Okay, so let's go through, and that's it for the Euro pairs. Now let's go to the US dollar pairs, and starting with here, skipping that one. And that's it for the US dollar pairs. Let's go to the Swiss franc, just one here. And then we're gonna go to the pound, lots of pairs here. All right, that's it for the pound. And then we're going to go to the Australian dollar. All right, so that's it for Australian dollar. Now, New Zealand dollar. Fun fact, I lived in New Zealand for 6 years. We're going to add all 4 of these guys. Then Canadian dollars next. And then there would be JPY, but there are no pairs, so we're good. That's it. We got our watch list put together. Now let's go over an actual market scan. To do a market scan, we need our indicators. So let's pop up our indicators on the chart, starting with our exponential moving average. And that's going to be a 200 period. We'll change that in a second. Then we need our relative strength index, and we need our stochastic. So there's all our indicators for this strategy. We're going to change the exponential moving average to a 200 period, and I also like to change the style to a white line and much thicker. All right. Then we have the RSI, which default settings, but I want to change this to a white line, make it a little bit thicker, and get rid of the purple background. Okay, it's just my preference. Stochastic, default settings at 14, 3, and 3. Style, I like to make this a little bit thicker, and then I also like to get rid of the background here. All right, so here is our chart setup. Now we need to actually know what we're looking for when we're going through and doing a scan. So let's just go through and start on euro dollar, where we're at right now. So is this in a pullback right now? Nope. It's not in a pullback, so we're not interested in this one. Remember, our trend direction is dictated by the 200 period EMA. And as price is above the exponential moving average, we're only looking for longs. And first thing we need to see is a pullback that creates hidden divergence in order to look for an entry. This is not doing a pullback, so we're not interested. Let's look for the next pair. This is not in a pullback either. This is extended up, so we're instantly not interested. This one is in a pullback, but the problem is the RSI is not creating hidden divergence. So we're in a downtrend below the 200 EMA. We got a pullback here, but no hidden divergence on the RSI, so we're skipping to the next one. This one we got a pullback, but it looks like it's just not creating a hidden divergence. Not really. We don't really know if it's above or below the 200 EMA yet, so we're not really interested in that one. Let's look here. Not in a pullback right now. No, this is a downtrend, not in a pullback though. Maybe we could have gotten an entry, but nope, this one's long gone. Let's look here, euro, Australian dollar. This one looks like we might have a setup forming, but not at the moment. So let's compare this peak to this peak right here and here. These are the peaks that we're comparing the hidden divergence with. So you need to look at the RSI and say, okay, where's our high? It's right here. And have we made a higher high on the RSI but a lower high on price? No, we have a lower high on price but no higher high on RSI, so there's no hidden divergence. And remember, we're comparing pullbacks of the same magnitude to find hidden divergence. We're not comparing this pullback here to this little pullback right here, and we're not comparing this little pullback to this pullback, okay? So same degree pullbacks in order to compare hidden divergence. Okay, so this one I'm actually going to mark down and take a look at later, because if this comes up here, we might get some hidden bearish divergence, maybe an entry. So I'm going to actually write it down on a piece of paper and take a look at it later. All right, and let's go to the next one. Looks like this one is above the 200. It looks like we do get some hidden bearish divergence here. Comparing this peak, yeah, just got it there. Compared to this peak and this peak. But right now we can't really look to enter because, this is above the 200 EMA on the 30-minute. So I'm going to take a look at this one in a bit, but we're not interested right now because it's going above the 200 EMA. So mark that one down. This one, not interested at all. It's just extended down. No pullback here. This one, no, it's in an uptrend. It is pulled back here, but this is all just, Yeah, no hidden divergence. No hidden divergence on any of these pullbacks here. We're not really getting higher lows. Yeah, no, nothing there for us. So let's look to the next one. This one was in a pullback here, but not in a pullback at the moment. It's extended, we're not interested. This one extended, not interested. Extended, not interested. Extended, not interested. Looks like this one is also, extended. We're not interested in that. We're not interested in this one either. Let's see. Looks like this one's above the 200, so we are in a pullback here, but we don't have any hidden divergence. Looking for longs here, but we don't really have a good setup here. There's no, well, we can compare this low here to this low here, and we do get the setup with the hidden divergence, but we missed that opportunity. So that long position would have been, if we're comparing the low of the RSI right here, got clearly a lower low on the RSI this time around. So we got hidden divergence, but when we got our long position right here, it didn't even close above the 200. So no, it's missed out on this one. Let's move on. This one's extended. This one's extended. All right, so this one's pretty good. So this one I'd actually be interested in a long position. We did miss the initial entry here, but if we can get an entry, because we don't want to enter at a worse price than where the entry came into play. So the entry came into play right here. So this setup was valid. All right. Clearly we got the lowest low for comparing pullbacks all the way over here. Same degrees of pullbacks along this little uptrend here. But we don't want to enter even if it's slightly worse price. This was our entry candle right here. Let's see. Oh, maybe our entry candle was even earlier. Yeah, I'd say it was actually right here. Yeah, so this was our entry candle. And we don't want to enter at a worse price. Price is higher than where our entry would have been on that first cross up. So you can enter on this one, but just make sure you get an entry that is down here around the actual initial entry, because we don't want to take a worse entry if we're late to the party. Just over a series of trades, that's just not a good idea to do. So, this one looks like a decent long opportunity above the 200 on the 30. And we got that hidden divergence. See, this is the lowest peak on the RSI if we compare it to any of these pullbacks. But the one that I'm looking at is this one over here. So yeah, this one's valid. We just need to make sure that our entry is not, worse than where it would have been if we entered on this red candle right here. So it looks like we might get an opportunity there in a sec. But so mark that one down for sure to look back at in just a sec. Let's look at Australian dollar, Swiss franc here. Yeah, no hidden divergence on this one. Extended. No good setup for us. Oh, my price data is not loading. Oh, that was odd. Okay, so Yeah, you know, not a good opportunity, not a good opportunity. Looks like we do get hidden divergence. But, you know, it's breaking down below the 200, so we're not really interested. Well, we can take a look back and see where this one, if this one curls up. What did I miss? Yeah, I think that's it. Well, you know, mark down the pairs that you're going to look at and take a look back at them. So that is the scan. You know, we're just looking for pullbacks and trying to find hidden divergence and then get in on stochastic cross up. Okay. So it really doesn't take that long to go through them. Obviously, I could have gone through much faster, but I wanted to kind of slow it down and explain each setup a little bit for you guys. But yeah. All right, guys, that's it for the video. I will make sure to make an update when I do get an entry. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Have a nice day.